Donald Trump called it Liberation Day, but when it comes to the real cost of tariffs and what they will do to our pockets, it's about to feel more like shackles on our feet, if you ask me. Trump called April 2nd Liberation Day, the day that he claims the start of imposed tariffs on imported goods will make America great again. Now, it's looking like nobody did the real cost analysis on what tariffs will cost consumers who have to live through this to get to the other side, to where Trump claims it's going to lead to a better American economy. Let's take a look at this chart. Now, this is Trump's chart that he revealed when he talked about which countries are going to be have tariffs placed on them, which it turns out is going to be every country across the world, essentially. But now, according to Trump's own tariff chart, these are the countries and the percentages that they will be charged if they want to sell goods in the United States. Now, the number in green is the official percentage. Let me make that bigger so you can see it. The number in green is the official percentage. Now, I did some checking, and China imports mostly electronic parts, plastics, iron, and steel. Um, Vietnam imports mostly clothing, apparel, furniture, fish and machinery parts. Taiwan imports mostly automotive parts and machinery. And Korea imports mostly computers and electronics. So again, the numbers in green are what Trump says the original tariff would be. But then he turned around and said the discounted tariff, the amount of the discounted tariff, is the part in the yellow. So he can't make sense for not making sense, essentially. But that's what he's saying. Now, these countries on the list are supposed to be countries that Trump also claimed have had an unfair trade advantage over the United States. Other countries that are not on the list are getting 10%, at least a 10% tariff imposed on their imported goods, including Canada. And we get mostly petroleum and mostly vehicles imported from Canada. And as far as Mexico, they pretty much dang near import everything from produce. That's where you get your avocados, where you get your cabbage, where you get your onions, all the way to plastics, all the way to vehicles. So, what does all this mean? This means that if the countries pay the tariffs, they probably will pass on the cost to consumers, because that's how business works. They wouldn't just eat the cost, they would pass it on to us. So I'm going to get rid of that now. Let me know if you have a plan for trying to save money and how you plan to do that, because it's going to be really hard. Because again, whatever tariffs these companies are going to be forced to pay, they're going to pass it on to consumers, and that would be you and me. Now, if they don't pay the tariffs, then that means the goods that are already in the pipeline to be sold to consumers will still be more expensive because of the lack of available goods. So either way, the price is going to go up for us. Petroleum already is up in Dallas, Texas, where I live. It went from 2.97 a gallon a week ago to right now it's about $3.10 a gallon. Now, if you think the price of a carton of eggs is already high, you might as well get ready to pay more or go on an egg-free diet, okay? The price of vehicles, new or used, is going to go up. It already went up during COVID, remember, because they claimed they couldn't get the parts, that the electronic parts and chips that go into these new vehicles was unavailable. Well, now they have another reason to raise the prices. So it's kind of like you're going to end up paying more for a car note plus the car itself plus maintenance plus gas on all that entails in owning a vehicle than you might have paid for your mortgage, unless you have a fixed rate on that mortgage, and then it might not be that much. But essentially, yeah, if you got an adjustable rate on anything that you're paying, you might want to go ahead and change that, and it might be too late. Go ahead and change that to a fixed rate. So nobody's going to find out more about how hard it is to live in these times, and these current federal workers that just got fired thanks to Trump and Elon Musk and Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Add to that that their 401k plans took a hit and are worth less today than they were a week ago. But karma didn't waste any time getting to Elon Musk, because it's looking like the honeymoon is over between him and Trump. One, two, Trump's approval rating is in the toilet and he's blaming Musk. And then three, people are vandalizing Tesla cars at the dealership, on the street, wherever they find them. They're spray painting them, they're setting them on fire. Even the people who own the vehicles are setting them on fire. It's got some Tesla owners removing emblems, trying to disguise the fact that they are driving Teslas, that they're taking the emblems off, putting on fake emblems. But we see you, Tesla owners, we see you. So either you drive the car that brought you there, or you get a new one. But don't try to make it look like it's a disguise it to be something else. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. So Musk lost $11 billion with a B of wealth in a single day. Jeff Bezos of Amazon lost $15 billion of wealth after his American Amazon stock prices dropped. Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Meta, so that includes Facebook and Instagram and Threads, lost $17 billion of personal wealth after the tariffs took effect. Now, I don't know what's worse, the part that they lost that much individual wealth, or the part that they lost that much wealth and they still have some. Okay. The tariffs are supposed to make other countries bow down and acquiesce to the United States, according to Trump. But so far, that's not happening. Some of them are imposing their own reciprocal tariffs on the United States, which makes sense. Okay. If you do something to me, then I'm going to do something to you back. And guess who will end up paying those extra fees? It'll be you and me, the consumer. So, ladies and gentlemen, the buck stops with us. If you thought it was hard enough making ends meet, it's going to get harder. If you have a vehicle, it's going to cost more to maintain it. If you're trying to buy one, it's going to cost you almost double to purchase it, plus maintain it. Groceries, we all got to eat. They have gone up. Just the cost of living is going to go up without the price that the pay that you get to do that is not going to go up, because those federal workers who got fired, now they're going to come to the private industry where you might have your job, and then they're going to try to undercut you just so they can get in the door. They're going to say, well, I'll work for less. So now you're going to find yourself in a competition that you didn't really ask for. You might be doing the best job. You might be putting in the best effort. You might be doing all that you can, and then somebody's going to come along and say, well, I can do that and work for less. So the competition is going to make it worse for you and me. So you got to have a plan. Okay. So get ready to pay more for those goods and services coming and going. And as a good friend of mine used to say, he said, get all you can all you get, and sit on the can, because it's that time. To find out more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thank you so much and have a super day.